Today's been a good day again today. I haven't managed to cut any trees down at all, so it's taken me the whole day to literally move all these timbers because I mean, they are long, 7 meters long, and some of them are absolutely massive. But I had a little count up, so I've got probably at least 30 7 meter long ones, and that's enough for both sides. So now what I need to do is get 30 of the 5 meter ones for the rear side of it. So I'm quite pleased with that. So I've been watching a few YouTube videos. There's a man called Kai Hill Cabins, and he builds some awesome cabins, he really does. And there's a new method which he actually used, which is called, is it the butt method or something? So basically all you do, it's a bit like this. So you don't use saddle notches at all, so you lay the first timber literally going parallel, and you do the same on the other side, and then you literally rest the timber on top of the other timber and feed it across, and then you nail it into place. So now you've obviously got this gap which is going to be in the middle, so then you literally cut a timber to literally fit in the side part like that, and then you've got something called pole barn nails or pole barn screws, and then you literally just fix that log into this log, and then that secures it. And then when you put the other log on top, then obviously that pushes it down into place. So you do get a few gaps in it, just like you do with any cabin that you make. Even if you do the saddle notches, you will get gaps. So there's something called chinking which you actually use, which is basically like a cob mix, so like, you know, sand, straw and clay, and you fill all the gaps up. So I'm thinking that's what I'm going to do. And he does all his builds with greenwood. So with the greenwood, obviously it will shrink over time, but he says that he's never had any problems. And then if you do get a few more gaps, he says you just literally go back through, and then you just literally just refill it with a chinking again. So it does sound like such an easy process, and he says it's so much quicker than using the scribes to actually cut all the saddle notches. But the look of the cabin which he's actually built looks absolutely amazing, and it still looks like a proper Alaskan style cabin. So I think that's the plan of action. But I haven't had no lunch yet, so what I'm going to do now is literally go back for a nice cup of tea, something to eat, and then hopefully if I can find the energy, I'm going to come back and pick up all these piles of brush. So tomorrow I can literally just pick the axe up and just make a start on cutting a few more trees. But the woodland looks so much better for being thinned out. You know, even these trees here in this little space is still too close together. But you know, at the end of the day, I don't want to cut too many trees down because I obviously want to live in a woodland. But it does look so nice at the moment, it really does. But like I say, time for a nice cup of tea, something to eat.